Just days after President Trump labeled Antifa a domestic terrorist organization, European lawmakers are increasing efforts to dismantle the movement. A new resolution will soon be introduced in the European Parliament, calling for coordinated action against member states. NTD international correspondent David Ives spoke with the member of parliament leading the initiative.
Following the assassination of Charlie Kirk, President Trump signed an order designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization on September 22nd. He has described Antifa as a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster and pledged to crack down on the movement. Across Europe, lawmakers are also taking action. Parliaments in the Netherlands and Hungary have advanced measures to ban Antifa this week. In Brussels, member of the European Parliament Tom van der Driessen will present a motion in the Parliament on October 1st, calling for the dismantling of Antifa groups across the EU. Antifa, short for anti-fascist, refers to a broad label covering loosely connected, decentralized activists on the far left, along with groups that oppose fascism and neo-Nazism. Rather than a formal organization, Antifa is largely an ideology, though some of its adherents have adopted militant tactics.
Well, it is not an organizational structure in the classic means of the term, so you cannot become member or pay your annual fee to become a member of Antifa. But the mafia is also not an organizational structure, so this is no point of distinction in my opinion. What we see that it is a movement which clearly uses tactics such as not being a formally organized organization structure, using tactics such as uncovering their faces during demonstrations, using the same black outfits, the black blocs we have seen over the years, and continuously, systematically, they are using violence.
Still, van den Driessen says steps can be taken to prosecute violent perpetrators when flagged, and that Europe's judiciary could do more.
We just see that the judicial system and the police is not hindering these activities. Quite on the contrary. For example, my party, the Vlaams Belang Party, here in Brussels, our headquarters are regularly attacked by Antifa mobs. The police knows who they are. But when we film their attacks on our headquarters, where they are demolishing the front door, they are smashing windows and so on, then my party gets prosecuted by the state because we do not have a permit to film outside our building, you see? So this is quite ridiculous.
President Trump has also said that George Soros' Open Society foundations might be charged under the RICO Act for allegedly financing violent protests. In response, the Open Society Foundations denied the allegations and denounced what it called politically motivated attacks on civil society. Van den Driessen says similar investigations should be launched in Europe into the potential role of the Open Society Foundation.
There are clear signals that societies like the Open Society of George Soros is instigated in financing these networks directly or indirectly to support networks of lawyers, for example, who when one of these Antifa members eventually gets arrested by the police, then suddenly they have numerous lawyers and very expensive lawyers. Who is paying for this? My resolution is filed here in the European Parliament so that we call on the member states and also on the European Commission to investigate what is happening, to uncover these financing networks, these support networks, and to uncover the hidden truth, in my opinion.
Several incidents involving Antifa groups have been reported across Europe. David Vives, NTD News, Paris.